of the NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 73 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I get it on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
For the Saints.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now we get a look at Jalen Hurts, the surprise second-round pick back in April, as he gets set to operate this Philadelphia Eagles offense.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up, and we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I'd say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
28-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Another Eagle.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Saints have taken the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Third and 6.
Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Hurts fumbles it. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
The tackle made.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Just 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Left side here to Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
That's good.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hurts. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 34.
Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
26-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's third and short.
On the coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Here's the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll run it. Bring it! And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. His ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Now Breeze finding Kamara, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While he gets attended to, they'll step aside. Now Breeze on third down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Pass complete to Alvin Kamara.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Josh Hill.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back and forth first quarter of play.
The 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze gets this to his standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Michael Thomas.
Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Now Breeze again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. These two teams all tied after one. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you're...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Sanders.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard. Now Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Sanders, the ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Steps him, and he's going to go down again. Trey Hendrickson, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his nemesis, Nickel Roby Coleman.
He's going to make everything
And
happen.
he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Eagles. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick-6 going the other way.
And he'll bang that one through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone, and a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
41, Alvin.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, Parker, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll buy some time right. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Kamara on the handoff. He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
2nd and 5. At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Saints.
On the ground, Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That run, this is Kamara. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kamara.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
10 yards. And the Saints first down.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
To
Traquan Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball, just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he survived it back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Marcus Davenport, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Their partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage of the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. This is Butler making the catch. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. A good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for an Eagles.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
And the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run with Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run with Clement. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Jalen Hurts. That's good for an Eagle.
To me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 11-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's good. Makes the score, Saints.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays when they have these types of kicks that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Thrown away and incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Refusing to go down. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
How'd that work out?
And well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Kamara trying again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much third downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And 8 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Saints.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees as his guys continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw, eluding the pressure right. Throw it back deep over the middle. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was brought down there by Will Parks. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
4-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, New Orleans.
On the ground, this is Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
20.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Let's bring it. Hey, 58's the mic. Go, 58's the mic.
Hurts. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25
There's a
yards.
beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 21. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Saints.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
48-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. It finds an opening past the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 54 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. From the 17, Breeze toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On second down, Kamara. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.